All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. All right, who said I'm late? Who said I'm late? We're on time. We are on time. Good morning, guys. Let me just bring this over a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday, guys. Let me just get this over here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Gold with the big sell-off here in Asia. Look at this. Big sell-off in Asia. I just took some combine longs here on gold because we've had such a big sell-off, but it just wicked me out before it's pushing higher. We'll break it all down this morning, guys. We'll look at everything. Look at all these markets. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, team. Good morning, man. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Audio video good. Awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. For you guys that are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. Now we'll look at all markets this morning, guys. We'll look at gold. We can look at NQ. We can look at silver. Gold's had a pretty decent sell-off here today. Now I did take some pre-London buys here. It unfortunately just wicked me out, but I was taking pre-London buys based off this hourly morning star play. I'm looking for gold to go higher today. Looking for gold to go higher here in London. You can see this hourly's already flipping bullish. Now, one thing I am going to do, guys, I know I said this yesterday, but let me actually put it on as a reminder. I want to see if we can jump on these sessions in half an hour earlier. To jump on the demons earlier. I'm going to see if we can jump on 30 minutes early because, yeah, I was buying this pre-London hourly flip right now, and if we were here together, we could have taken it together. So I will do that today. I'll do that today. But yeah, did anyone you guys trade Asia today? You guys anyone get the sells today? Anyone get the sells on gold? This is a pretty decent sell-off. This is a very, very, very decent sell-off. How much are we down today? How much are we down? Where's highs of Asia? Somewhere around here. Gold's down about 1,200 ticks. Nice thing about where gold is right now is if we look to the left, you know, we are at this huge support level where we accumulated for quite some time. Literally just 2 days ago, what, Tuesday? We ranged in here. We had that huge breakout Tuesday night, followed up on Wednesday. Wednesday, you kind of chopped pretty much all day. I didn't really trade too much or look at the charts too much yesterday for this exact reason. You ended up selling off, pulling back, and then squeezing down lower. So we have ended up having a decent retracement. Now, I actually did like gold to come up and liquidate these highs here around 620-ish. Couldn't quite get there yesterday. Ended up selling off back down here in Asia. But one thing to note with gold, with where we're at right now, is if we let's get rid of all this analysis. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to get rid of that for now. I don't really care too much about that high. I do believe we'll get there, but it's not really something of interest right now. Now, one thing to note here on gold, we are shaping up for a nice daily evening star. So looking back, it was a nice short based off the fact that look how that daily candle wicked all the way right below this resistance and left that huge wick rejection. We left a rejection of like 900 ticks yesterday on gold. We held 4,550, almost held 4,500. So we have come today right back to previous daily lows, which was actually a pretty decent short. It was actually a pretty decent short. Did any of you guys get that short? Any Asian session traders, you guys get that short? It was a, how much was that daily flip into the lows? Daily flip into lows, 400 ticks. It was actually a pretty decent short. Did anyone get that? Nice crash, 300 ticks. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good morning, Shao. Short's down at 530. Nice. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, that ended up being a nice short. If you guys did get that short, well done. I was actually looking for longs coming into Asia today. Not that I was trading it, but that was my thought process. But look at this daily candle closure. Yeah, it was a big wick rejection. Even if gold's going to have a break back higher and, you know, let's say pull back into 4,600, you need to come down and grab some liquidity. Where's that liquidity? Below previous daily lows. So you can see we've grabbed all of them lows very well now. So what the interesting thing to understand here on gold is, do we want to be a seller today below previous daily lows? Not really. I probably want to be a buyer below previous daily lows. And that's why I was taking these pre-London longs here at this hourly open. but it just wicked me out. However, this is still looking nice. I want to see if we can get a retracement on gold, retest this VWAP, and retest this support around 85s. So I am going to look for some longs here this morning, guys. Kind of already having a bit of a breakout here. Don't want to talk too much because this is already having a nice breakout. Look at this. You just formed some nice 5-minute support here. Again, this is why I know I did say it yesterday, guys, but I will try and speak to the team today and see if we can jump on 30 minutes earlier so we can jump on at that hourly open so we can start taking these trades. Because jumping on halfway through the open, it's like, do we just wait for the hourly close now? We'll see. We'll see. I'll see if we can. I will see if we can do that for you guys. We'll see if we can jump on 30 minutes early. We do have the clock changes in Europe here on Sunday as well. But yeah, the longs off this support would have been nice. Anyone get long off that support? Look at that. Oh yeah, Nick, long at 4,444.3. Imagine you got long at 0.4 as well. So you're long from 4,444.3. So around here. Yeah, lovely, man. Lovely. If you took it based off that hourly morning star, this 5-minute holding support, nice trade, man. There's a great long right there. Yep, correct. Yep, nice work. And you're already up like 170 ticks, man. It's already just like a great scalp right there. Look at that for a nice London move there. Nice trade, Nick. Good execution, man. If it was based off that hourly morning star, perfect. Perfect. Although this is it's a big sell-off, it is maybe a bit scary to want to buy against that. I agree. But rather than worrying about that, let this 6 a.m. candle close and then buy here at 7 a.m. Let this candle confirm. Price is holding support. We close bullish. Fantastic. There's the market showing us confirmation. There's our trade. Did you went long after that 30-minute morning star? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes. Just on a combine, just because it had sold off. I was waiting to maybe get a long here when we jump on together. Yeah, I did take a long, like somewhere around here. But it unfortunately just wicked me out. I was trailing. I just thought, wicked me out for like $300. 360 on the combine here. The reason I was trading combine is just because gold sold off so much already, and we're already below previous day lows. And my daily bias today would have been great to short down into some lows, but now we're below them lows. We have to see what's going to happen. Let's before we continue this analysis, guys, let's just have a quick look. Let me have a look here at what we have for the day on the calendar. I do believe we have something interesting coming up today. We have unemployment claims, but I do believe, didn't we say, I think we said yesterday that there was some meeting about the Iran war. This was 6 hours ago. Trump told he thinks Iran war is in final stages. They are in negotiations. I don't know how long we've been saying that, but we've been saying that for a while. This is only an hour and 20 minutes ago. Iran says it is reviewing a US ceasefire plan, but no talks. See, Trump saying one thing and Iran saying a different thing. Trump says the leaders want a deal. So there's a... And this is why I believe gold was just so choppy. I hardly even really watched the markets yesterday because we were just so choppy. I tried to take the buys of my personal, but got a small break even. Yeah, Iran refused discussions, but no talks. Yeah, see, there's so much conflicting information about this. Let's have a look at this. We got we're wicking out the highs here on gold, so I want to see if we're going to break back above. Out of 150 ticks. Amazing trade, man. Amazing trade. Cheers, Aaron. Yeah, amazing work, man. Amazing work. So main events for the day. European session. Don't have much on the agenda. I'm just reading here. You got some Spain GDP. What we got here? The focus remains on the US-Iran war. Iran rejected the ceasefire proposal yesterday, but Trump continues to push into that direction. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Time will tell whether this was a strategy to keep the markets calm while the US prepared for ground invasion. The ceasefire announced on Monday will expire tomorrow. In the American session, what we got here, the only highlight is the US jobless claims. Initial claims are expected at 210,000 versus 205,000 prior, while continuing claims are seen at 100. What's this? 1,000, 18,051. So nothing all we're really waiting for, I don't think we're waiting for jobless claims. I think we're more so waiting to see what's happening with this news, with this war news. Are we seizing fire? Are we not seizing fire? Who knows? Yeah, so it's got, so yeah, the ceasefire plan that was announced on Monday expires tomorrow. Tomorrow on Friday, which will be interesting. Very, very interesting. Is the Morningstar valid for longs? Yes. If you took this Morningstar from here, it's absolutely valid for longs. The nicest place to buy here on gold was 6:30 London time. You're buying gold from like around here. You're trying to play it back up into the VIB. If not, you know, you're probably just scalping from here to here. It's also a nice trade. But yeah, it's absolutely valid, 100%. Euro USD short at 16.16. 1616. Okay, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Do I only use one time frame? No, I use multi-time frame analysis. I use the daily. I don't really use the 4 hour too much, and then I mainly use hourly and 30 minutes. And then sometimes 5 minute for execution. So yeah, for gold, you know, we got this hourly close coming up in 15 minutes here. As long as we hold back above 4,450, I want to be buying gold. Where do I want to be buying gold? Until at least back to retest this support around 82s. But to be honest, I do think we squeeze higher. What I was surprised to not see on gold yesterday is the fact that we didn't really manipulate any of this trend line before selling off, which is the reason that to be honest, I wouldn't have shorted in Asia. It didn't manipulate any of this trend line, which is what we know gold loves to do, which we could still come for. But look at this, we have a trend line coming up like this. Maybe this is the manipulation to the downside before we come to that upside. So there is still nice upside targets on gold. There is still nice upside targets, but for an intraday trade, I wouldn't be looking for a full-blown reversal like that. I think we could just even play from around this area for a bit of a pullback into, you know, 80s is like a 200 tick move. So bottom wick in the next hour, we could have some gold longs. We could have some gold longs. Yeah, let me have a look at your Euro trade. Euro USD, which is just 6E here on the futures, Euro futures. Where we got? So we had a price to come up and liquidate these highs, which we spoke about earlier in the week. Now I don't trade the euro, but that was a nice grab. Now let's get rid of some of this analysis. How do we close yesterday on the euro? Very bearish. Look at this. Oh, very bearish. Yeah, if you're in shorts, nice. You hit previous daily highs, broke back below some major support around 1.164. So you're short from 1616. I assume that's the futures price. 1616. Where are we? Is that the futures price, or are you on the are you on a currency price, man? If you have it on the futures price, I'll be able to have a look. Where are we? Yeah, I guess you must be on the currency price. If you give it to me on the futures price, I can absolutely have a look. But if you're short from somewhere around here, yeah, I mean, looks great. Daily bias is beautifully short. You could see the euro come back down to like 1576-ish. 1576-ish. Is that sun too blurry in the background for the YouTube, or is it right? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. So potential gold longs coming into London here today, guys. We have the London Open coming about 12 minutes here as well. We'll see if we can take this higher. Good morning. ESNQ is messy. Play the range. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me just have a quick look at silver, just in case we're missing anything on silver over gold. Not really. We've got time. Thank you. Let's have a look. So that was that London play from yesterday. Never quite came up to the highs. Yeah, this is looking very messy. This is looking really messy. Wow, what a market. I thought gold was choppy. This is even choppier. Look at this. Now, saying that though, what did we, I think my head is just about blocking the sun. If the sun comes over, guys, I will just close the curtains. What did we say yesterday? We talked about price to come up and liquidate previous daily highs, but what have we not done here on NQ? We didn't actually quite get to them previous daily highs. However, look at where we're at right now. We're below daily lows. So if we're going to play the range, below previous daily lows, same as gold, could actually give a nice buying opportunity. So there is more lows down here at NQ sitting around 24,134. However, if we break out from here, this 24,250 level, yeah, I would look for longs from here. You're kind of in this big, massive range. You've come down to somewhat middle of the range, and I would see if you can potentially come up to highs. If you're going to play the range on NQ, yeah, buying below them previous day lows, to me looks like a pretty decent trade. Let me just close this here, guys. There we go, that's better. That's better. Yeah, I would watch to see, again, like we always say, you know, NQ does love to have that pre-London move, but we haven't really had it today, so maybe NQ does shape up. If we get a bit of a breakout here in NQ, yeah, there's maybe some longs. Buying below these previous day lows, to me, makes the most sense. It is very, very, very choppy, though. I do think gold could shape up nicer, but if you don't trade gold, you trade NQ, yeah, I would be looking for longs. Personally, I wouldn't be too interested in shorting. I wouldn't want to be shorting below previous day lows. You know, if you were shorting Asia, shorting into previous day lows is a nice trade, but below them day lows, same as gold, I wouldn't want to be a seller down there. So it kind of makes half of your job trying to understand if we want to go long or short easier. It doesn't mean you can't sell off, but for me personally, this would be the point where as long as we trade below this, I wouldn't want to be a seller. But if we break back above, this level, we know the daily's gone from being pretty bearish to all of a sudden we start to get that nice wick rejection. Therefore, you can see if you can play the range back up into 24,500. But again, given the fact that we are in a range, although I do believe NQ could come up and squeeze these daily highs up here around this 24,550, would I hold this trade? No, because this is a huge move and we're in a range bound market. So therefore, just play the range. Play the range. See if you can pull back. London open in 10 minutes for potential NQ longs. I'm just gonna get my currency chart up here as well. See what's going on gold. Lower time frame. Let's have a look. 5 minute squeeze and low. Yeah, if we can get a bit of a pullback on gold, I would like to see longs. I would like to see longs. We may chop for a little bit, but this range is pretty big. You know, from the previous hourly lows up into the current hourly highs, a 500 tick range. That's a decent range, but it is a range, so I'm not going to trade that type of range on my XFA. I'll just trade on a combine. Anything else you guys are looking at as well, feel free to send it over. It doesn't have to just be gold, doesn't have to just be NQ. We can look at any markets here this morning, guys. We got this London open coming up in about 10 minutes here as well. In terms of news, there's not too much on the cards, so we're just waiting to hear what comes out from the New York session. Stocks yesterday had again, pretty decent sell-off. How much were we down yesterday? How much was Meta down yesterday? How much was Meta down? Meta down a little bit yesterday. Well, anyone's been watching Microsoft stock. Microsoft has just been getting just non-stop squeeze lower. Microsoft closed yesterday around 371, which is insane. You haven't been this low since April last year, as when you had that huge sell-off. Before that, 24, you're coming right back into some levels from all the way back into 23. So Microsoft is coming into some huge support levels. Very, very, very big support. Whether we continue selling off or we squeeze high, we'll see. Thoughts on oil. Let's have a look. Everything looks like a bear flag except oil. Oh, we're missing all the oil fun. Let's have a look. Yep, we can look at silver, Mike. Absolutely. Silver short to 2 a.m. after the regrab of hourly highs. Played it down to support. Sounds pretty nice, man. Let's have a look. Then we'll look at oil as well. So you got shorts at 2 a.m. after the re-grab of hourly highs. Yes, this looks nice. Yeah, if you just play it down there, that looks like a nice short. Did you kind of just play it down into here, or were you trying to hold it to here? That's a very nice short. Re-grab at the highs, closing back bearish. There's a great evening style play there as well. Look at that perfect evening style play. I like that silver short. Yeah, previous hour lows. Yeah, nice. Good trade. Wow, look at this. Look at this daily close here on silver. Look at this daily close. You'd be shorting silver all day long. Look at this. Tag the highs. Closed bearish. So what would your bias be coming into silver today? Of course, selling. Like that's a great daily pattern right there. So if you're short in silver today, fantastic. Now that silver's had that sell-off, well, your daily bias was short today. If you haven't got the shorts, do you want to start chasing the other side right away? Not really. Like, that is a fantastic daily pattern right there. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect daily evening star. I missed out on silver. That's a great short. So with silver selling off that much, your daily bias coming in today would be short. Do you all of a sudden want to just start buying for the sake of it? I mean, not really, to be honest. You have no real upside liquidity levels. You're kind of holding resistance right here. You got maybe a retest of, let's adjust this 71 to 70. You're $70 right there. You're kind of hovering around it right now. But if we look at the price action of what we did in this range last time, this is where it got pretty choppy. Whereas I think gold could be nicer for us. So in terms of new trades for the day, I mean, your daily bias was shorting today on silver into Asia. If you haven't already got that short in Asia, do I want to start trying to trade in this range? Nah, not really. Yeah, I wish I would have held. Yeah, I think your trade there was great, man. Even just playing it down at these lows here. There was a great re-entry here, though. As long as the daily lows hadn't been grabbed, there was a great re-entry. Like, that was a really nice short. I don't like giving this hindsight analysis, but, you know, in terms of our plan, which you guys all know, that daily evening star, like, that's a perfect short right there. I'd be shorting that all day long. Like, that's a great Asia short. And that's honestly sometimes the best way to trade Asia, is all based off that daily time frame. You see the markets close like this on the previous day, you jump on for Asia, and we open and come up for a top wick. It's like, oh man, I'm selling this all day long. Asia had the fun here on silver. Like, that's just a great short. Great short. But in terms of new trades, I wouldn't look for anything on silver. It's already played out. You're already down massively. You could just look to the left. Is the price action to the left trending, or is it aggressively ranging? To me, it's aggressively ranging. I wouldn't want to get trapped in here. I think there's nicer opportunities out there. We've got London open in 3 minutes here as well, guys. You guys looking at oil? Let's have a look. Let me just have a quick look at gold. Yeah, that's true. That's the only thing with silver, is the size is very big on an XFA. I was saying this on one of my one-to-ones this week, is, you know, you could have like 3 winning trades on gold. You take one silver trade, it ends up being a loss, as it can wipe out all your gold wins. So personally, I would keep it separate. I'd keep it on a separate account, because silver is a different market. It moves very big, and like you say, Mike, even at the smallest size of 1 micro, you get a short like that on silver, like that's a huge move. Silver sizing is very big, so yeah, I would be careful. It's probably a bit too tough to trade silver on a 50k. You need a little bit more drawdown. Otherwise, it can just stop you out before it does what you want. Yeah, this is a look at this silver. This is a nice grind high here. Nice bullish closure yesterday on crude, squeezing it higher today. But look at where we're coming into to the left. We're coming into nice support right back around 93s. So if you were buying crude, fantastic. You'd be buying up into these highs here. Well, now you're at these highs. Could you find some resistance? Maybe. Again, crude does love to follow similar concepts as gold. You see this doji candle close around resistance. How many people do you think try and short that? I think a lot. I think a lot of people try and short that risk of the highs. So what do? You open, you squeeze out them highs. So above here, I would be watching what crude does. Maybe you get a bit of a pullback short. Again, do I want to short it? Not really, but I wouldn't be buying or selling here. I'd wait to see if you want to short, I'd wait to see if you liquidate the highs and hold resistance. I wouldn't want to be a buyer here on crude. But this is a lovely push. This is a really good push. Super simple. Bullish daily bias. Nice break above. Held it. Grinding higher. And the nice thing about the price action here on crude is all these rejections is what same thing that gold would love to do. This is what people try and short. Look at this huge play down. It just loves to squeeze back higher. If crude hasn't grabbed the highest point of the range, same as gold, it's going to come up and liquidate them highs. I've traded crude before, but only from a swing trading perspective. I don't really like to day trade crude. Please explain why looking for longs. Daily 4-hour trending down and 1 hour has one green candle. I've already gone over why we were looking for longs. I didn't just say I'm going long for no reason. The reason I'm saying longs on gold is because if I was selling gold, I would be selling gold into previous daily lows. But now we're below them daily lows. This is where you could find some intraday support. Look at where you are here. This is huge high time frame support. Huge support, massive support. Broke above it, you're below previous day lows. Previous day lows could hold as support. Now the thing is, with me saying longs, that's not me. We got London open here as well, guys. That's not me saying, you know, gold is all of a sudden just going to have a huge rip higher. I'm just looking at these markets from a neutral perspective. I'm saying, okay, cool. If I want to be a seller on gold, where do I want to be a seller? Do I want to be a seller here? Or do I want to be a seller back up here? I want to be a seller back up at this nice support breakout level, because that's where we kind of held this as resistance. So all I'm looking for London is a potential pullback long to test this, and maybe you squeeze low, or maybe you break above it and then you go higher. But the main reason that I'll be looking for longs is below previous daily lows. And again, same as silver. Look at this. This is all huge support. Huge resistance, resistance, resistance. Broke above it, support. So I'm just trying to see if we can hold this to get a bit of a pullback. To come up and even retest that VWAP, but more importantly, to retest the support from the breakout at 84s. This isn't an area where I'd want to be selling gold. The risk reward isn't great from here. So previous hourly candle here, guys, just tagged the highs, held resistance, holding support, holding resistance. You're pushing up within the first 1.5 minutes of this hourly open. If I'm going to get long here on gold, I would like to see just a quick liquidity wick. A quick liquidity wick. Would you get in at 42.7 for a buy at the 5 minute for a liquidity grab? Let's have a look. 42.7. 42.7. Yes. Yeah, here, definitely. Absolutely. The reason you would get in a buy here isn't because it's a 5-minute liquidity grab. The reason you'd get in longs from here is because it's an hourly morning star shaping up. You just tag lows, you just closed bullish back above 4,450. So that would be why I'd be buying this 7 a.m. candle. Absolutely. So when I drop down to the 5-minute, yep, if you saw that, absolutely. Pretty much exactly the same as the trade that I took on fast markets on Tuesday. I think I deleted it off now. Pretty much the same thing. Was buying gold here on fast markets on Tuesday, somewhere around here, for this long into these highs here. Pretty much the exact same thing. I wasn't buying because it was a 5-minute liquidity grab. I was buying because we were below previous hourly lows. So yeah, 100%. Exactly the same thing here. Where are we? Where are we gold? Yeah, same thing. Yeah, this was a lovely buy. I was buying gold from here pre-London. I bought this move up. So to buy gold, guys, all I want to see is a rejection from a previous 30-minute low, and then I'll see if we can buy. Speaking of which, you guys asked me to break down the trade from, where was it? Where's it gone? Where are we at, Goldie? Here. So this is the trade that we took on fast markets on Tuesday. This move up here, we called gold longs all the way back up into 4,450. You guys wanted me to break it down. I did break it down. I just posted it yesterday. I'll share it so you guys can have a look. You guys who were asking about me to break it down yesterday, Tuesday. You guys can go have a look at it there as well. I broke it down in a video there. You guys wanted me to break it down, so I did it. Upload it yesterday. It's a very, very, very important trade. Very, very important trade. And this right here is pretty much the exact same setup. Exactly the same setup. Buying on the 5-minute base of the higher time frame. Yeah, how much did you take on that silver short, Mikey? Did you just take on a combine? Let's see if we can get Goldie to have these longs. Even like I say, pull back up into that VWAP. Even a long back up into like 70s to 75. It's still like a 200 tick retracement, which I think gold needs. Combine day, yeah, good man, good man. Combine's good. Combine's all good, man. With the news being all over the place this week, the markets are very volatile. I have pretty much traded Combine most of this week, to be honest. I think I've taken like one XFA trade. And I'm absolutely okay with that. Because to me, these markets are pretty all over the place. Yeah, too much risk on silver, 100%, man. I agree. If you want to trade silver, I would honestly keep it on a completely separate Combine. Because like I said, if you go on a good winning streak on gold, you take one silver trade and it wipes out all the winners, you're going to kick yourself. So I think that's a smart idea. I would even keep a separate XFA just for silver if you wanted to. Just to keep track of them both separately. Because they can move crazy. They can move crazy. Up 600 on my funder, which is nice. Yeah, amazing, man. Is that today? Yeah, literally blown account or big gains, exactly. I don't want that risk reward of blown account or big gains. Nearly passed the combine too. Yeah, amazing, Mikey. Good man, good man. Like I was saying to you guys, there's nothing wrong with trading combines in the background, even if you have funded accounts. Takes off a lot of pressure if you do have some funded in the background as well. So silver is hourly closure on gold was much nicer. Silver actually just broke above and then broke straight back below. Silver's range is not very nice. Not very nice. But again, is it surprising? No. Why? Because silver had a great daily short today. NQ, tag lows, held support. There could be some NQ longs. If I do take NQ, again, it's going to be a small risk combine trade. I don't trade NQ very often. But this is a nice grab of support. That 24,250 is a nice potential buy level. Gold trying to find some support, but I really want to see a bit of a liquidity wick on gold. Because you're throwing some big 30-minute rejections to high, so yeah, I think gold will come down for a bit of a liquidity wick. I've seen cleaner markets, that's for sure. NQ, yep, NQ again. We kind of gone over NQ, but we're very similar to gold. We're below previous day lows and we're at 24,250, which is nice support. So we're going all in on silver or what? Absolutely, man. That's what we said. That's what I just said. Are you not listening? You still asleep, Sean? That's a good question, Mika. Was there any ball sports you used to play as a kid? I realized a lot of traders are failed pro athletes. I played football in my much earlier days, but my main sport growing up was skateboarding. That's all I love to do. I just love to skateboard. I must have skateboarded from, I don't know, 13 or 14 till I was like 20 religiously every single day. Paddle player now, yeah. Paddle player. I used to, yeah, the only ball sport I played was, yeah, I did used to play football a while ago. Nice, Tom. Nice. Yeah, yeah, true. True, Anthony, true. That was my, yeah, that was my, I guess, did you call it sport? I guess you can call it sport if you want to. And funny thing is, little did I know, if you had told me 10 years ago in my prime skating days that I would have became a trader, I'll be like, what? What on earth are you talking about, trader? What's that? Why would I become a trader? I just want to be a professional skater. Yeah, never too late. Exactly, Sean. Yeah, I'm 31. Anyway, no, I'm not a failed athlete. I'm still young. I got time. Can do anything. Let's see, Goldie, what are we up to? I really want to see, you know, see the 30-minute here. Just wick the highs, held resistance, holding support, holding resistance. So you can see we're in a very tight range here, guys. Very, very, very tight range. Not much volume. Like I say, I like these pullback longs on gold, but if I'm going to play this range, trade location is going to be very important. And to me, below this 30-minute low would be the level of interest to see if we get some bullish signs. Like I say, exactly the same as, I'm just giving the example on the fast markers because it was so key. Trade location for this trade, which again, you guys who tune into the Asia stream, Sean talks about all the time. Trade location, very important. What was this trade location? It was below previous hourly lows. I was buying below hourly lows. So trade location for the markets right now would be buying below them previous 30-minute lows. So you come down here, this is where I really want to be a buyer. If we don't come down here, then that's fine. I'll just wait for a strong breakout and then I'll try and follow momentum. But I don't think that's going to happen today. Getting rangy, locked out the XFA up $400. Yeah, amazing, man. Amazing. Good job, kid. Did the pre-London shorts. Yeah, fantastic work. Fantastic work, man. Had it in mind from early 20s, but thought you had to train your own capital. Never heard of prop firm until last year. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, when I first started trading, I had no idea what a prop firm was. I probably only found prop firms like a year or so into my journey. I don't think most people who don't know about trading know what prop firm is. So that's what we're looking for on gold, guys. We're looking for a bit of a squeeze lower for potential buys. I remember, guys, remember how yesterday I said I don't think it's going to be an easy day to trade gold. Remember yesterday I said it's not going to be an easy day to trade gold. Look how gold ranged from 7 a.m. all the way until 7 o'clock London time. Gold ranged for 12 hours. I took buys on gold around here, trying to get this long up into that 4,600 level and these highs all the way back here. Once you came down, tag lows held support. But unfortunately, I just closed the break even after you started chopping around for 1, 2, 3 hours. I was like, no, I'm getting out of that trade before then you sold back lower. Yep, good job, Mikey. Nice work, man. Nice work. I was lucky with the first ever trade I came across. Skipped all the BS. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I wish I came across live trading when I first started. Maybe when I first started, though, I don't know if it was, but I don't really know of any people who were trading live on YouTube or just trading live on streams in general. Yeah, me too. Yep. Yeah, me too, Jed. Yeah, I waited pretty much all day for Goldie to take that high. Yeah, same as me, man. I was just watching the hourly candle closures. I mean, this was a nice long here as well yesterday. Here, once you hit the lows, closed bullish. That was also a great long. If you took the loss there, I still think that was a good trade. I was very confident to see gold squeeze up to that 4,600 level yesterday, but he just couldn't get there. He chopped and chopped and chopped. I was like, you know what? Maybe this is going to be the final liquidity grab that we need. Tag lows, holding support. Maybe this is going to be the drive. So I took it from around this rejection, but then I was like, if this is a true liquidity grab, would you stall for 1, 2, 3 hours? No, you would just typically drive. So I just closed my trade pretty quick. So I didn't really, and I was in that trade for maybe like an hour and a half, but I didn't really watch it. I just took it and was just setting some alerts and just walking away for the candle closures. There was nothing to really sit and watch here yesterday. And it ended up chopping for a very, very long time. And if you were watching this range on a lower time frame, yeah, it was tough. You guys remember on the London stream yesterday? Remember how we also, and this is really unfortunate for us. Remember we wanted to buy gold yesterday. I wanted to buy gold from here, but where did I want to buy gold? Below these lows. So pretty much right after stream, we came down, we liquidated them lows that we spoke about yesterday, and then had a great breakout. For an intraday trade, like this was a really nice breakout. I just stopped watching the 5 minute after we jumped off, but that was a lovely play. Even just up into this resistance. There to there was a great play. That was the nice double bottom that we spoke about yesterday, where I wanted to buy this move up, never grabbed the lows. So we tried to get the short from here, also chopped for quite some time. Finally got down to the lows, and then you got right back for the highs. So in terms of the 5 minute, it was actually a nice range play. From first double bottom, straight back to the highs. Ended up actually being a nice run, which I don't say very often that the 5 minute was nice, but the 5 minute was nice in London yesterday, which is surprising. All right, there we go. So we got Goldie below these lows now. Here you go, we're below these 30-minute lows. So let's see if we find some support and we break out from here for potential longs. I'm not just going to buy from down here for no reason. Why? Because we're holding resistance, we're also holding support. However, if we start to break out back above 4,450, I will buy gold. I will buy gold. But I'm not going to take a retest entry. I want to see a bit of a breakout. So this is a Goldie coming down for them lows nicely, which is what we see. So trade location could get interesting. However, our previous hourly lows just down there as well. Bit of a evening star shaping up as well. So you got a morning star shaping up. You got a bit of an evening star shaping up. Hourly highs got hit. We're going to come for the hourly lows. Let's see. How big is this range? This range is... It's like 100 ticks. Thought Topstep was a scam being so cheap. Yeah, it's crazy how cheap it is. So cheap, and I still get asked all the time for discounts. It's crazy. You invest $100, $200 to get access to $2,000 worth of drawdown. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Let's see here, guys. Let's see. We may squeeze these hourly lows. If we do, fantastic. If we don't, but we break out from here, I'll still take it. So we got silver also squeezing lower. Did NQ also squeezing lower? Look at that. NQ didn't break back above, still squeezing lower. Potential to come down much so here. Yeah, it's crazy expensive one. For me at the time doing them, it was like, man, it was a lot of money to risk, and the process to get funded was insane. Whereas Topstep, one-step process, super simple. No trading drawdown. Very simple. Yeah, all the time, Tom. It's crazy, man. There you go. So you got gold below these hourly lows here, guys. See if you're going to find some support from here. I'm not going to buy it for no reason, but let's see. Nice. Mika, appreciate you shooting in. Look at this. What trade are you in? What are you short here? Are you short NQ? Nice. Look at this. Appreciate you tuning in. If you guys are next, I'm just at the Aaron Trades. Nice, nice short. Look at that. Great trade, man. Great trade. If gold wicks above from here, guys, I'm going to see if there's potential long to play this range. We're below previous hourly lows. The only thing is, you're going to sell off and come right back for a new low, or you're going to hold these hourly lows? To me, buying below these hourly lows is worth a shot. If it doesn't hold, that's fine. I can take a quick loss. But to me, it could be worth a shot here. You're probably looking to risk around $100. $100. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can take a small buy here on gold, guys. Risky buy. I'm only just playing the combine here today, guys. See if we can play this all the way back up for a much bigger play. If we get back above 4,450, fantastic. I'll add more. But I'm just taking a $130 risk here. Yeah, NQ short should tag you next. Yeah, nice. I actually just happened to have a look at the same time that you tagged me. So, yeah, great trade. Great trade. Lovely trade. That's a pretty decent rejection there on gold. Like I say, if you guys want to tag London Open, you want to share some potential trades. If you hashtag London Open, tag me, the Aaron Trades. If you tag Topstep as well, we'll get the hashtag London Open community growing. Where have we gone, guys? Where have we gone? Let me bring this down here. There's a nice rejection there. It's trying to squeeze lower. We have this 30-minute candle closure coming in about 12 minutes here as well. I'm not expecting a huge breakout trade. Just kind of trying to play this range. Nice NQ short though, Mika. Nice NQ short. Great NQ short. Hit previous 30-minute highs, held resistance, still squeezing lower. Nice short there, man. Nice execution. Great execution. Yeah, you used to have to do it in a month. It was crazy, Sean. Crazy, man. Crazy. Just gonna see how we go. I'm not gonna set any hard TPs. Targets, you know, maybe I'll manage around this resistance, but targets is potential VWAP. Honestly, it all depends on the higher time frame here. It all depends on this 30-minute candle closure. My thought process is for today. It might not do it right now. We may chop, but my thought process today for price to come up and retest this support. But whether or not I hold that long, we'll see. It will all depend on how these, if we get signs of volume. There's not much volume in here. I would look to manage maybe around 4,450 depending on how we break. There's not much volume in here just yet. Even on the currency chart, you got that VWAP sitting all the way back around that 490 region, 488. We got this 30-minute close coming in 10 minutes here as well, guys. I want to try and hold this into this 30-minute close. Yeah, I want to see if Goldie's going to find some support and get a bit of buying here today. It's kind of tough with these markets, especially silver, because you know, if I look at this silver daily chart, my bias would have been just shorting silver all day long. But look how much of this daily candle is already played out there. If I start selling below here, it's very risky. If I start buying below here, it's also very risky. Whereas I know today on silver, the most logical trade would be to sell. But we've had that much movement in Asia that, yeah, I think silver is going to be a write-off for me today. So I'm happy to trade Goldie here. Silver shorts, like I say, in Asia would have been great. If I didn't get this short, at what point am I just FOMOing into the trade? With the amount of silver's played out, to me this is just a FOMOing into trade. Because if I did get that short, following my daily bias, would I be trading down here on silver? No. So therefore, it's a good reason to stay patient. No top wick in the last 4 hours. Is that the currency chart, man? Currency chart. Let's have a look. Currency chart. I've got one on my chart. I've got a top wick on my chart. 4 hour currency going to close in 38 minutes. Looking very, very bearish. Very, very bearish. Very bearish. There you go. The 4 hour close in the currency chart coming in soon. And yeah, it is going to close very bearish. Let's see, Goldie. Are we going to get some volume? Are we going to chop? Are we going to squeeze higher? Nice. Alid said, you guys who were on the call yesterday, there you go. You got Alid saying he said silver shorts on the live call last night. Good man, Alid. Good man. Was that all based off that daily time frame? Yeah, nice one. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Good to see you here. Silver shorts on the live call last night. Amazing, man. Good job. You guys on YouTube, there's Alid in the chat who does the Wednesday evening calls and Sunday calls live streams as well. And the mentorship. Do I only trade metals? Yes, I only do, man. Yes, I only trade gold. I only trade gold. Sometimes I'll trade silver. I took a silver trade 2 weeks ago. Last time I took a silver trade. 90% of my trades are gold. But it is only ever gold or silver. Yeah, I don't trade anything else. I look at other markets. You know, I'm more than happy to break it down for you guys. But personally, for me, yeah, I only trade gold. I only trade Goldie. How's that 30-minute looking? So this 30-minute is about to close in 7 minutes here, guys. In order for me to want to hold this trade, this current 30-minute needs to leave more of a wick rejection. Otherwise, if we close bearish, I will close my trade. I want to see this current 30-minute wick all the way back above this 43 level. If we don't, we're still going to close bearish. Therefore, I'm going to close my trade. So I need to see some bullishness in gold come in the next 6 minutes. I'm actually going to put my stop here. If we re-break this low, I think we'll just close bearish anyway. So I'm going to stick to just $70 risk here. This is the level that we need to see the next 5 minute get back above. If we don't get back above, the 30 minutes going to close bearish. Therefore, I don't want to be in longs. So it's a big make or break level right now. Big make or break level. But like we saw on Tuesday, I'm just going back to it because it was an important one. It's the one we took live. Like we saw on Tuesday, this was the last 10 minutes of the hourly candle. Went from being very bearish, the last 10 minutes wicked all the way right back above. So with the 30-minute closing in 6 minutes, I'm just going to wait for it. If it stops me out, that's fine. I'm just going to wait for this closure. Anything can happen in the last couple of minutes here. I think we might squeeze lower. Yeah, there we go. We're going to squeeze it. Yeah, there we go. All right, I took a minus 60 there on gold, guys. Good stop. Squeezing much lower. That 30 minutes going to close bearish now. We're going to close bearish, therefore no longs. Only way I'd get long on gold is a 30-minute closure back above, which I don't think we're going to get. I'm also not going to short gold just because, like I say, I don't like this. I don't like the range we would be shorting into. So I'm taking the minus $60 there. Yeah, well in Alata, yep. Good to see Alad on silver. I know, Alad getting on silver is what we like to see. So if I want to get long on gold, guys, I have to wait for a closure back above. At least 30 minute. Otherwise, if we trade below this, we could just create this range in here. And I'm not going to trade in here. Look to the left. Look at where we are to the left. Look at the dotted line. That's price right now. This is where I won't trade. I won't trade in here. If gold sells off, that's fine. I'm more than happy to miss that. I'm more than happy to miss that. Decent 5-minute closure there on gold. Hourly evening star holding up. So you got hourly morning star, hourly evening star. You may come back down to that 4,400. Personally, it's just not my trade. It's not my trade. Silver still squeezing lower. NQ also squeeze low. Nice sell off on NQ. Still got this 30-minute closure on gold coming in 5 minutes. But personally, yeah, I won't jump in longs on gold till we get back above. The silver dragon. 4,300 incoming? 4,300, maybe. Maybe, who knows? Who sees? Who knows? Who knows? 4,300 is very far away. How's that? How far is that? 4,300. 1,200 ticks away, maybe. Even if we're going to see gold down into 4,300, like I said, you know, this still isn't a level where I would be selling. If I wanted to sell gold down into 4,300, which could happen, I want to be shorting back up here. Back up here. GC long, no way. Well, let's see. Who cares? Either way, this is nice support to the left. Look at it. It's huge support. So regardless of what you think, I'm not trading what I think. I'm trading what I see. What I see is huge support. Massive support. Big resistance, 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 lots of resistance, broke above, support, resistance, support, support. The difference is, I don't think I trade what I see. And what I see is massive support. And this is a level where I do not want to be a seller. I do not want to be a seller. But yeah, obviously longs are risky. That's why I said I'm taking on a combine. Would you say that the statistic apparently of 99% of traders lose over the long term, or do you feel like more people succeed now? I don't think it was 99. I think it was like, it used to be, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be public information on brokerages. Brokerages? Why does that sound weird? Let me have a look if it still is. It used to be public information. It used to be written at the top of the percent. Let me see. It obviously has a very, very, very high failure rate though. But there's so many different reasons of that. There's so many different reasons as to why trading... is it still on? It used to have it on brokerages websites where it would say the actual percentage of traders who lose money. I don't know if they still have it anymore. Where else could it possibly be? What's another one? I can't think. I think on some brokerages, I think it was around like 70 to 80. But that is because the majority of people who get in, yeah, it's definitely not 99. But the majority of people who come into the markets come in with the expectation of, you know, I'm going to put $500 into a broker and try and get rich quick. So it's such a off statistic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would like to know the stats on, yeah, people who have, you know, studied and traded for at least a year. Like, I'd like to know what that would be, because it's such a tough stat, because most people just come in with the mindset of, you know, this is going to be my escape or my get rich quick scheme, which is they put in a couple of $100 into a broker, lose it, and go, trading was a scam. And it's like, no, you just tried to gamble. It's just like the statistics of a casino. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the amount of people who would be in that 95 or whatever it is % stat that just literally put money in, completely gambled and lost would be huge, huge, huge. So we got Goldie still squeezing lower here, guys. Strong 30-minute close. So now there's a high chance you may fill in this hourly wick. Personally, I'm not going to take that short. I just don't like selling gold here. But you may come down and squeeze these hourly lows. If that 30-minute close is bearish, again, you stay reactive. You may come down and squeeze them lows. But personally, I'm not going to take that short. It's too low for me to want to sell gold here today, guys. I'm not interested in shorting gold this low. Like I say, if I want to short gold, I want to short gold at least back at VWAP. Like in Asia, you see here, you created some liquidity below these lows, you pulled back, then you got short. You weren't shorting down here, you were shorting at the pullback to get this move down. To me here, I won't sell gold this low. Like I said, it's not saying gold can't squeeze lower, that's just me saying that's just not my trade. I don't really care too much about missing that move, that's not my trade. I'm happy to, if it does squeeze down, find support, maybe you get longs later on. Oh, there you go. It's not. IT is now showing 68% on IG markets lose their money. There you go. 68%. That's a pretty good stat. Yeah, it used to be on all of brokers. Oh, maybe still. CFD broker says 70% of investors lose money over time. Yeah, 70%. Do you trade from levels like previous daily high, low, Asia high and low? I mean, yes and no. I do look at previous highs and lows, but I don't look at session highs and lows, and I only look at daily highs and lows if I am shorting based off my higher time frame. For instance, you know, this is why it's kind of tough right now on silver, because if we just, let me just delete everything on silver. See, I don't mark on every single daily high and low. Like I wouldn't be marking on yesterday's high for silver. That's no interest of me. I'd be marking on previous daily lows because I'd be looking for shorts based off the fact that you wicked highs and held resistance. So yeah, daily highs and lows are important. It's same as buying if we bought on Tuesday. We're buying into previous daily highs, so that's what I would look at. Because you tag lows, closed nice and bullish yesterday. So Tuesday, which we were calling longs on silver up into 71, I'd be buying that up into that previous daily high. But I don't mark on every single daily high and low, because not every daily high and low is of interest. Session highs and lows, I don't really look at too much. It's more so the liquidity levels that I'm looking at. So our levels this week on silver were these highs here. Now you could call that Asia high, London high, New York high, whatever you want to, but for me it was just a nice liquidity level that price hadn't grabbed, and you had this nice inverse head and shoulders. That was the nice longs on silver this week. Goldie trying to find some support here, guys, but remember the 30-minute close bearish, so I'm not going to buy it now. As long as we hold below, let's say 34, I won't buy. You break back above 30-minute fake out buys, cool, then maybe I'll give it another chance. But I won't trade against this. I want to trade what I see, not what I think. If we close bearish, that's fine. If we reclose back above, cool, then I'll buy it. But I won't buy right now. Let the markets come to us. Don't think too much. We want to stay reactive. Oh, is oil still going higher? Let's see. Yeah, oil still going higher. Above these highs, though, could get interesting. Could get interesting. Yeah, session highs, lows. Yeah, currency. Yeah, I used to watch it more on currencies, but not too much. Wow, look at that. I'm just coming up on my year of trading futures, and I lost about 4K over the year. This month, everything finally clicked, and I found my strategy. I'm up 34K. That's incredible, man. That's the crazy thing about trading. Is like you could spend, like I spent 2 years consistently losing, and you can make back 2 years of losses in like a single month. That's what's crazy about trading. You can spend 2 years failing, can all start to click once you actually put in the work every single day. You make back them losses and some in the space of like a couple months. Let's have a look here, Goldie. 4 hour. Again, look at this 4 hour, guys. 4 hour trying to hold this support. Like I say, this the reason I don't want to sell gold here is look at this huge support. It's massive daily support. We're below daily lows. You know, in hindsight, it would have been great to short down here. Well, I didn't trade Asia, so I didn't get short from down here. But that mean I'm going to start selling now? No, unfortunately not. I do believe we're going to get a bit of a 30-minute fake out on gold, but I'm not going to trade what I believe. I'll let the market show me a 30-minute fake out based on the closure, and then maybe you buy at 9 AM. Who knows? Who knows? But to me, this 5-minute scalp that we took minus $60 or whatever was absolutely worth a shot. Absolutely worth a shot. Where do we get it from? Somewhere like this? To me, that was worth a shot. If we break back above, cool. Give it another try, but I want to see a nice breakout. Real question, were you more of a Clash of Clans or Clash Royale type of guy? Well, I don't even know what Clash Royale is, so I guess I was Clash of Clans back in the day. What an OG game. Is that still a thing? That's crazy. I was more of a Call of Duty basher in the day. OG Modern Warfare 2 days. They're the real gaming days. Let's see on Goldie. Look at this on oil. What a run. What a run. NQ. I really would like to see NQ find support for longs. Below previous hourly lows as well. You got nice support to the left. Nice nice sell off here though. Wait, the highs sold off. Did you close your trade, Mika? Did you close your trade, or did you still in them shorts, or did it hit your TP? Who are you targeting? 24,136. 24,136. Yeah, you got much lower. Nice nice short there, man. Nice short. Very nice short. Goldie's trying to squeeze lower here, guys. You got that 30-minute flipping down. You may target these lows here, but like I say, it's just not my short. The range from here to here is, it's 120 ticks. 120 tick range when gold's down like 1,000 ticks. Do I want to catch this little scrap move, or do I want to catch these nice moves? Do I want to catch these nice moves and these nice moves? I don't want to try and catch little messy plays in here. But like I say, guys, I will try and talk to Topstep guys today to see if we can switch it to maybe half an hour early, just so we can actually jump on for that hourly candle open, because we could have got this great move up here, and then we'd be relaxing right now. So I will see if we can switch it to 30 minutes early, and we'll still trade the London Open as well, but we'll see if we can just do it a little bit earlier. Where are we? Let me see. Like I say, guys, if you want to check out the fast markets trade on Tuesday as well, you guys, I broke it down into a YouTube video there as well. A buy on oil again. Oil. I know it might be frustrating. Look at oil. Look at oil right now. If you look at this market from a neutral perspective, where do you want to be a buyer? Where would you ideally want to be a buyer here on oil? Well, ideally, you'd be a buyer back down here, or maybe you'd be a buyer at this level here. Would I want to be taking new buy positions here on oil? Absolutely not. It's the same as gold. Do I want to be taking sell positions on where gold is right now? No. Oil, look like where do you target? Where's your stop? Where could you possibly risk off it here on oil? It's one of the markets, same as gold, same as more so silver, where if we look at silver, I know where I should have been shorting this. I just wasn't on the charts. I don't trade Asia, but regardless of if I trade Asia or not, I know for this market here, I should have been shorting from back up at resistance. Do I want to take new positions here? No. Why? Well, where's the risk to reward? So it's one of them times where it doesn't happen very often, but it's one of them times where you just kind of have to accept it and wait. I don't want to be selling silver down here. And again, it's just me personally. I also wouldn't want to be buying oil up here, because the risk to reward is very off, and you've kind of already pushed that much that you kind of just have to accept that it's already had the run. And I know it might be frustrating, it might be annoying, but it is what it is. We can do one of two things. You can chase it and you can revenge trade, or you can accept it and wait. I'm personally going to accept it and wait. Same as gold. It would have been great to sell this off on gold in Asia, but now that we're down this low, I can chase, I can get frustrated, I can get annoyed, I can go, you know what? The markets have had a great move down today. It happened when I wasn't on the charts. Can I control that? Absolutely not. The only thing I control is what I decide to do with that information. And personally, what I'm going to do with that information is I'm going to have to sit on my hands. I'm going to have to sit on my hands and wait. But just because you've got to sit on your hands and wait, remember, it's 8:40 London time. You guys have got all day. You got rest of London. You got all the way into New York. We got loads of time, guys. We got time. We don't need to jump in right now. We got loads of time, guys. Plenty of time. I do believe gold's going to get a nice retracement today. Whether it happens now or whether it happens at 10, 11, 12 o'clock London time, I don't really mind too much. But I want to be aware of the fact that I don't want to be a seller down here on gold. I want to be looking for longs. So therefore, my job's pretty simple. I just wait for my buy setup, which could be an hourly fake out buy, could be an hourly morning star play, could be a break back above 4,450, and then I'll see if I can take the buys. But yeah, unfortunately, oil is one of the markets that if you're not already in it, for me personally, if this was gold, would I be chasing up here? No. At any point, this could reverse and pull back, and you'll kick yourself to go, damn, why was I buying up here? The reason I was buying up here is because we've already had a great move, and I wanted to FOMO in just to catch something. I don't want to just catch something. I want to have a good trade that pays me over 100 plus trades. Unfortunately for me here, it isn't there. You know, sometimes you can chase these markets so you can get lucky, but we're not here to get lucky. Trade location is very, 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 very important. Gold easily, and gold's absolutely not off the cards here as well, guys. The only thing you need to wait for on gold is just that hourly candle closure to see if this hourly is going to wick back above previous hourly lows. If gold holds above previous hourly lows, you're going to get that nice hourly wick rejection, and you're also going to get that 30-minute fake out. If it doesn't, then I'll very likely wait until 10 a.m. to trade. And therefore, for that whole 9 a.m. candle, I can go for my morning, I can go for a walk, I can go to the gym, and I can come back at 10 a.m. and see if price has developed, and then see if I can sit down and take a trade. The best thing is the best way to trade gold is if, you know, if this hourly close, let's say this right now, this hourly close like this, I go, cool, 9 a.m. I'm going to walk away. Why? Because I'm not looking for shorts. Why? Because we're at daily support, we're below daily lows, we have huge resistance and support to the left, so therefore, cool, I'll walk away for 9 a.m. And if I come back at 9 a.m., you know, let's say it's grabbed some lows and we've closed bullish, it's not the best candle drawings, but you get the idea, then fantastic, I'll trade at 10 a.m. And 10 a.m. I'll get the buys. Or if 9 a.m. closes doji and doesn't really move that much, fine, maybe I'll take a trade at 12 o'clock. But I won't sit here and watch it. I'll just watch these higher time frame candle closures and let the markets come to me. We know what we want to see. Now we just need to actually wait for it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to take the minus $60 here, and I'm going to wait for exactly that. I'm going to wait for at least 10 a.m. London time before I even consider taking another trade. So the next hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to the gym, going to get off the charts, let the markets develop. But for you guys who are looking to trade into the rest of the day, we are looking for gold buys to come up and retest VWAP, and looking for a bit of a pullback up into that 80 level, which I do think is going to be a nice trade. But we have to absolutely let the markets come to us. So if you don't see much right now, guys, that's fine. Accept it. Wait. Don't jump in a trade, because at any minute, price breaks out, we're simply going to follow it. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.